Hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial of the POS credit limit Odoo app by BrowseInfo. So basically, it lets you manage the customer credit directly from the point of sale. You can assign the credit limits to the customers, use their credit as payment through a dedicated credit journal, and get the automatic warnings or blocks when the orders exceed defined credit limits. So, for the first step, here I have already configured the database and I'm just going to this invoicing module, and under the configuration you can find one option of journals. So here you can add your journal, and for that you have to select this checklist for the is it is a credit journal or not. After that, I'm just going to the general settings, and under the point of sale you have to select the payment methods. So I'm just going to the payment methods. So here you can see I have configured one payment method as a credit for the point of sale, and here you can see for which shop it is valid in the point of sale. Now I'm just moving forward with this point of sale module, and under the orders you can find one option for the customers, and here I'm selecting one customer, and under sales and purchase tab at last you can find one option for the credit limit. So for the first step you have to allow this credit, and after that you have to select the amount to raise warning and also for block the credit order. So here I have already created one POS order, so it will show the credit for Deco Addict as 420, and you can see one POS order is created, and here is the POS credit limit. Now I'm just moving with the dashboard and open the register, and here I'm selecting one product and added the quantity as 50, and I'm just going to select the Deco Addict as a customer. So here you can see we have set up the credit limit of 1000, and it is the credit of previously made order. Now I'm just proceed with the payment and selecting the payment method we have configured, and just going to validate the same. So here you can see one warning is arrived that the credit payments is not allowed for this much amount. I'm just going back, and I'm just selecting the 10 quantities, and now I'm just going to proceed further. So here you can see our payment is successfully made, and we have set up the bank payment method, so it will reflected as a bank over here. Now I'm just going to create the new order, And again, I'm just selecting the same customer we have configured, and I'm selecting one product. Now I'm just going to make the payment for the same and use the credit and validate the same. So here you can see we have successfully made the payment, and for this time we have configured the same as for the credit payment method, so it will reflect it as credit in this POS order. Now I'm just going to the back end, and under the orders I'm just going to the orders, and we can see our recently made order is paid. So now I'm just going to create the invoice for the same, and I'm just going to create the payment. So here you can see our order is successfully paid. Now again I'm just going to that order, so here you can see the state is changed to the invoice. Now again under the orders I'm just going to the customers, selecting the deco addict, and under the sales and purchase tab you can see our credit limit is increased by 33 as the deco addict paid the invoice. Now again I'm just going to the dashboard and continue with the selling, and here I'm just selecting one product and proceed with the payment, and selecting the credit and just going to validate the same. So here you can see one wizard is opened, and it will show that you have to first select the customer. So after that I'm just going to select the customer, and here I'm selecting the another customer and make the credit. So here you can see it will show that selected customer is not allowed to use the credit payment because we didn't set the credit limit for the same. Now I'm just going to add the 1500 and selecting the another payment method and just going to validate the same. So here, and now I'm just selecting the deco addict as our customer and selecting the credit limit again, amount as our total is 140 and we are going to proceed with the 300, so it will showing this error. And now I'm just again going to open the register and selecting the another product, and here you can see the deco addict is selected as the customer, and I'm just going to proceed with the payment. So here I'm selecting the credit, and for the credit we are going to pay for the 20 rupees and select, and for the remaining payment we can select the bank as a payment as a 205. Now I'm just going to validate the same. So here you can see the credit amount is 20 and the amount which will be paid by the bank is 205 for our total order. Now I'm just going to the backend, and under the orders we can see in our recently made order, under the payments you can see our payment method is bank and the amount paid is 205 for the same, and the total amount paid is 225. And when we are just going to create the invoice, and I'm just going to proceed with the payment. So here you can see the remaining 20 rupees of the credit is paid, and now our order is successfully paid. Thanks for watching. So basically this application is helpful, and from this you can easily set and control the customer credit limit in POS. It allows the credit payments get the warning pop-ups and block the transaction beyond the limits. If you have any questions or doubts, drop them in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to the Browse Info channel for more Odoo related tutorials and updates.